Now, we start the technique first by doing what we call the correction of possible psychological reversal. That is, there may be parts of ourselves which do not want to get free from this emotion. For example, we may not want to be free from our anger at this time. Or we may not want to be free from our pain, from losing a loved one or our business. We may want to grieve, and that's perfectly okay. And if you're not ready, then just don't employ the technique. But if you are ready, and you believe that you have the right to let go of that pain, or to let go of that anger, or guilt. Maybe we feel guilt because we weren't able to save somebody. We weren't able to do something to prevent some harm to ourselves or from others. This first initial thing that we're going to do is to help us get rid of the possible resistance to letting go. Resistance to letting go of pain or guilt or anger or fear. And what do? We rub here on this, what we call the sore spot, a sensitive point, which if we go down from the Adam's apple about 7 inches and then about 5 inches, and about 5 inches to the left or to the right, doesn't really matter, we find an area where there are a number of lymph glands. And we rub there, and as we rub, we say, even though I feel, and we say the emotion, fear, anger, hurt, about this storm, about this hurricane, about losing my family, about losing my job, about losing my house, about nearly being killed myself, whatever it may be, even though I have this feeling about that, and I say specifically what is the cause, I love and accept myself. And we do that 3 times. Even though I feel, and we say the emotion about, and we say what the stimulus is, I love and accept myself. Then on the other side, we rub and we say, I choose, however, to be free from this anger, injustice, bitterness, shock concerning this event. And we say what the event is. I choose to be free. I want to be free. I deserve to be free. It's in my benefit to be free. We say any one of these phrases. It's in my benefit, or I choose, or I accept to be free from this, and we say what the emotion is, and we say what the cause is. And we do that 3 times. So the first 2 prerequisites to get free from any possible psychological reversal or resistance towards letting go is to accept and love myself even though I feel that way, that I can accept my feeling fear or anger or bitterness or pain, but also to choose to let go of it, to accept, to let go of it. These are the 2 prerequisites, accepting ourselves and accepting to let go. That's the first step. So actually the first step is to see how intense my emotion is. And you can do that by sort of closing your eyes and imagining the event, evaluating how intense your emotion is from 0 to 10. 0 means no emotion, and 10 means really intense. Okay? So you first check on how intense your emotion is, then you do this correcting for psychological reversal, and then we start this series of tapping. And that is done in this way, with both hands and all of the fingers, because our fingers have acupuncture points which are very important to be stimulated as we tap on the top of our head. So with all of the fingers of both hands, we start at the back of the top of the head, and this way, and we begin tapping down all this line. As we are focusing on this emotion, say this fear or this shock or this feeling of weakness, and then here where the eyebrows meet the nose, the second point, okay? And third point here on the side, the temples, side of the eyes, we tap. And then here under the eyes, on the cheeks, the stomach point. And then above and below the lips, 2 very important points here for the governing vessel and the conception vessel. And then under the arms, about the level of the nipples, the spleen point. And then here at the under the collarbone, this top collarbone comes down, unites with the sternum here, and it's just in the soft spot here underneath the highest bone and to the right or to the left of the sternum, and both. And we tap there, all the time focused on our emotion. And then we tap the two sides of the hands together, what we call the karate point. And that's one series of tapping. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 areas where we tap. And we're going to do that 3 times. And just get this energy moving all the time while we have ourselves focused on this emotion. I choose usually to close my eyes, but you can do otherwise if you like. And just be focused on that event and the emotions that are there. Just keep tapping and changing that energy while we are focusing on that emotion and event. And then to balance the energy, we do something which is a bit strange. And that is we tap on what's called the gamut point here, just between the last 2 knuckles here. And we do the following sequence, keeping the head straight. We look down to the right, down to the left. We make a big circle with the eyes, and then a big circle in the other direction. And then we do something strange. We do humming. And then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then humming again. And that's one complete employment of this technique, this EFT technique, or this version of the EFT technique. This last aspect balances the energy by looking to the right, to the left, circle to the right, circle to the left, humming, which energizes one aspect of the hemisphere of the brain, and the counting, which energizes the other aspect, the other hemisphere of the brain. And we're creating a balance in the energy after changing the energy flow with the tapping sequence. So as I said, more theory can be gotten from the book or from the end of this.